Hey, it's Mark Lanier with your video thought for the day. Okay, it's cold outside, and I'm standing in front of this fire, and I'm liking the fire because it's kind of warm. And as I think about warmth, I think in my brain about an emotional and a spiritual warmth that I want to talk about this week. This is a week that I want to talk about love. Now, yesterday, our pastor at church, our preacher at church, Jared Stevens, preached a powerful message on love. And it's what inspired me to think about using that as a guidepost for our video thought for the day this week. And I don't want to just reiterate what he said, though candidly, it's probably better than anything I'm going to come up with. But I did want to start where he started, because it's a very powerful concept, and that is the concept that God is love. Now, today is officially Martin Luther King's birthday, or a national day set aside to celebrate at least Martin Luther King. And Martin Luther King would preach a lot about love, as Jarrett mentioned yesterday. But long before Martin Luther King, the concept of love is one that's deeply rooted in the character and nature of God. If we were to list characteristics of God, those things that are uniquely His, one of them is the concept of a love, not a selfish love. God's love is not one that's rooted in what God gets out of it. God's love is a giving love. God's love is rooted in what He puts into it. So, for example, one of the most famous passages of Scripture is John 3:16, "For God so loved the world that He gave." See, the love that God has, and when that passage says God so loved the world, it's not, that Greek idea is not, He loved them that much, He so loved the world. The Greek idea behind that word is He loved them in this way. God so loved the world in this way that He gave His only Son. The love of God is a giving type of love. This is why Jesus said that greater love has nobody than to lay down His life for a friend. The ultimate gift you can give is all that you are and all that you have and all you ever will be. That is your life. And there's no greater love than that love of giving. So when we think about God being love, I want to think about God being a giving God. Now here's the twist. The twist is, I, and hopefully you, want to be godly. We want to be like God. And if we know that God in His character is deeply rooted in a giving love, then what does that mean we need to be deeply rooted in as we live in this world around us? Answer's obvious. We need to be rooted in a giving love. So look at your family, look at your friends, look at your enemies or frenemies or acquaintances or people you bump into, and ask yourself, how can I give the love of God to them by being a giving person to them? And that'll get us started this week, because this is your video thought of the day.